Yeah, this is primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already knowin'. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Fighting Wolf, U.S. Assassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not frontin'. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is primetime Poulton. This is primetime Poulton. Let's go. It's all about the boom. TMC, baby. It's all about the boom. Cowboy Phil, baby. It's Cowboy Phil. Hit him with the body slam, elbow drop. TMC, Cowboy Phil, laid pot guys. What you see in the ring are two monsters. Energy of a king and of a rock star. Yeah, drop kick, probably make your heart stop. You ain't ready, super scary, and they staying on top. Hit a ding ding, better watch yourself. It's TMC and Cowboy Phil. Late pod guys, yeah, they the real deal. It's TMC and Cowboy Phil. 2 times a week, you can't compete. They body slam you down, now you taste the beat. The champions, they legendary, nobody like them. Coming for the belt, yeah, they coming for the title. Hey, it's all about the boom. TMC, baby. TMC, yeah. It's all about the boom. Cowboy Phil, baby. Let's go. Cowboy Phil, baby. Hey. Yeah, let's go.
What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. It's a big show today, La Pod Gods. I'm the moral compass, Mark Poulton. With me, the main event, Cowboy Phil McNulty. Phil, what's going on, man?
Yesterday I was a little under the weather. Today I'm back at it. I am just so excited for tonight's episode. We got a big one. We're going to talk about everything. We had breaking news in the wrestling world before we even got on the air. Mark and I were talking a little bit about it, and I said, you know what? Let's just save it for the air.
Absolutely. So the chat's already starting to trickle in. We have Mike McMahon. He was the first one there. He says, ooh, yeah. Mike McMahon, part of the Primetime 6 we were talking about last week. Phil, lots of controversy over the Primetime 6. We're going to get into it later.
Oh, man.
The battle lines are being drawn, Phil. Get ready to go to war.
Oh, when you got the moral compass with you, I will, I'm going to go in guns a-blazing.
I love it. That's the attitude, man. Nicholas Gears here. What's up, Nicholas? American Comics Company. Hail chat. We got a competitor here. Joe, you should be stretching, getting ready for your match. But he's here talking to the chat.
That's one more person than his opponent, am I right?
He's the DDP. He's the people's champ. He's in the chat talking to the people, getting behind him. I did a poll who people thought was going to win this match. Mm-hmm. Joe is a heavy favorite. But Joe tweeted he's feeling under the weather tonight.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know.
It's all about how you perform in the ring, my friend.
Yep. Chauncey is in the house. What's up, Chauncey? And Nicholas says, Joe, my money's on you. Don't let me down. They're taking bets in the chat, Phil.
Well, when we start when DraftKings starts to sponsor us, that's when we'll be rolling the money with the King of That Thing tournament.
Oh, someone just showed up. Joe's a chump. Sean Ahrendt. Best friend Sean.
We here are a very biased crew at La Pod Gods.
Sorry, Joe. So before we get into the wrestling talk, I want to talk about Graveyard Shift, Phil. 3 days in, over $81,000. This is I needed this, Phil. I was talking to my wife maybe a week ago, and I was telling her I was burnt out on comics.
Really?
I've been fulfilling books nonstop since I think May, Phil. Started with Sea Dog and Codename Killswitch 2. Once that was done, I started fulfilling Viking Wolf. And when that was done, I rolled into U.S. Assassin 3, which I'm still fulfilling. I got like less than half to go. I hope to have it done by the end of the month. But work into that, while I fulfilled those 3 campaigns, I flew out to Michigan twice, signed probably 5,000 books or more. I was a little burnt out. I needed this. This was seeing the outpouring of support really picked my spirits up, man. Put a little pep in my step. I started fulfilling U.S. Assassin a little quicker. But you know what really did it for me? There's someone, friend of the show, who I thought I bestowed upon him the highest award I could.
MFer?
MFer of the year. And that went out to our man, Leandro. I was live streaming with Ethan, Van Sciver, and John on the launch of Graveyard Shift. And who happened to pop in the chat? Leandro. He sent a super chat. He paid money for Ethan to read his chat. And I want to play it for you.
Go ahead.
All right. Let me add this screen. Where is this?
While we wait for this, big congrats. 81K in what, 2.5 days?
Yeah. Kicking ass, man. All right, here we go.
Leandro Algarin for $10. Pro Mark Poulton, one of CG's top creators, with U.S. Assassin, Sea Dog, and codename Killswitch, Viking Wolf, Black Owl, and Graveyard Shift. Mark ought to be Comicsgate King. Calling rigged. Acknowledge him.
Thank you, Leandro.
Is Mark?
There you have it. Call him king. Acknowledge him.
The fact that he threw in a wrestling reference only proves he's just not MFer of 2021. He's going to be the MFer of 2022 as well.
I have we're going to get into it. I have a new title I want to bestow upon Leandro. He gets it, man. Sometimes I feel unappreciated, overlooked, but not when I have Leandro in my corner.
He's your cut man. As soon as he realizes that, wait a second, the MC himself, the big MF, ain't getting his due, he comes in and hits with a $9.99 super chat.
So, I'm just going to say it. I fulfilled 10 campaigns in 2 years, Phil. Who better than the Moral Compass?
Who better?
Yeah. Some would say I'm the head of the table. I already have my main event Jey Uso in main event Cowboy Phil McNulty. You know what I'm missing?
Stole from me.
He did. You were the main event first. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing my advocate. Who would be a better advocate for me than Leandro?
You know what? Leandro has been the super fan of LaPod Gods. He has been always retweeting our stuff, always trying to get people into the chat.
Always missing it when we're live.
Yes, he always catches up on. But hold on. This is a man who told his wife on their anniversary, "Hold on for dinner, honey. I'm watching LaPod God." That earned himself some free live streams to take off.
But just imagine this. The Moral Compass, the main event Cowboy Phil, and the wise man Leandro. Unstoppable.
Is he the official manager of the Primetime Six?
Here's the thing. We're going to get into this drama. So the Vince McMahon of the CGWF, 6 The Body AM, he listened to last week's episode, and he got a little nervous when he heard about the Primetime Six. He thinks we're trying to create this NWO faction to take over the CGWF. And you notice we're all pitted against each other in this tournament now. He's trying to break us up. You
know what? Sometimes you can look into things a little too much, 6 a.m., but the Primetime Six were too sweet.
See, here's the thing. I just was building the brand around superstars, much like SmackDown did in the early 2000s.
Good, consistent workers. That's all we are, man. We're slowly becoming the draw.
Yep.
We have characters of ourselves. We have a theme song.
If he wants a faction, I think the NWO was strongest when it was Hogan, Hall, and Nash. Moral Compass, Cowboy Phil, Wise Man Leandro. I just have to convince or trick 6 a.m. into making Leandro my advocate that comes out with us every time.
You know what? If we can get Leandro as a manager, there's no one stopping us from winning the belts, from winning the tag titles. Watch out, Diaz brothers.
6 a.m. had an exhibition match last night.
Mm-hmm.
He had his goon squad with him. The other 3 members of Breaking Rad. They were pulling shenanigans the entire match. Chairs were involved. It was a disgrace.
See, this is what happens in professional wrestling. This is how heel turns happen. This is how heel factions start. Once we make a nice claim because we're really proud of the work we're doing, and you try to smush us and you try to take that brass ring and put it out of reach, that's when it's time we come in. That's when we go black and white.
You know what this is leading to? Brand loyalty. Survivor Series is coming.
We have done brand loyalty better in 1 week than the WWE has done in decades since the brand split.
All right, let's check in on the chat. Mike McMahon says, "Sean's my boy. Sorry, Joe." Joe Sonntag replies, "Champs do their best when they are sick." I was sick last week. I wasn't doing my best work, Phil. Chauncey says, "My money's on Sean. Got to root for the underdog." I mean, Jersey represent. Come on. Sean says, "How's the chicken pox, Joe Sonntag?" A lot of smack talk, and I like it. Even though 6 a.m. is pitting us against each other, I love the smack talk. Joe says, "Sean is going to learn what it's like to actually work for something." Damn.
That cuff. That cut deep.
Oh man. All right. More smack talk. Joe says, "That's okay, everyone. I've been proving people wrong my whole life." That's what's up, Leandro. Yeah, let's all give Leandro a love. Send some tweets out there. Let him know we're singing his praises. The moral compass is wise man. Nico Tronus, hail chat, hail Mark and Phil. Statistical zero was robbed. That's who lost to 6 a.m. It was a numbers game, Phil. It was 4-on-1. I
have a feeling this is going to be a reoccurring theme in this tournament.
Yeah. You know, 6 a.m. has a lot of feuds. He's using his goon squad to get to make his point. All right, Nicholas Gear says, "Forget Monday Night Kings. We need a primetime 6 show every week." It could happen, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's getting graphic. Time to bend over, Sean. I think now we're crossing a line. Sean says, "As long as you are shaved, princess." And Darth Josh got U.S. Assassin today, reading it tonight. Thank you, Darth. I appreciate it, man.
Enjoyed it. It's a great read. Read.
So we covered Graveyard Shift. We covered the controversy of the Primetime 6. We hailed Leandro. All right. Let's get into a little WWE Raw. Not as hot as the CGWF, but what do we say here, Phil?
We say that we watch it so you don't have to.
Absolutely. Unfortunately.
But it actually didn't start off too bad. I actually enjoyed the first moment.
I loved the in-ring promo between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. I feel like they're trying to make Brock the heel in this, but he was so funny and likable in this promo.
You know, when Benjamin and Alexander came running out to ambush him, I ambushed Lashley and he tossed him aside. I still wasn't feeling Lashley. I was still like, Brock burned him so bad, and Brock's been so charismatic on his own without Heyman. This is something we haven't seen from Brock really ever, I would say. Like, we're actually he's got a new look with the ponytail, the beard. He really is feeling himself. And Brock Lesnar's been the best part. For as much as we probably hated that Big E dropped the title, when you have the chance to put the strap on Lesnar, you give Lesnar the strap.
Oh yeah, he's the money guy in WWE right now. That joke though, Phil, knock knock.
Who's there?
Bobby.
Bobby who?
Exactly. Then he called him a Brock Lesnar wannabe.
The
He
wannabe line.
Totally destroyed Bobby Lashley.
He killed me. I want more of this Brock Lesnar. If he's on Raw, like I think somehow something's going to happen with the Royal Rumble coming. I don't know if he makes his way back to SmackDown or it's just a shift to have Roman and Lesnar at Mania. But man, just keep this Lesnar as your star of Raw, and then this is where you think the show could actually start building up again.
Yeah, no, this opening was great.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, we get into a tag team championship match. RK Bro defends against Alpha Academy. We've been singing Chad Gable's praises for what, months now?
Yep. We're like the soothsayers. We're like the soothsayers. Everything we start, once we just start speaking it into existence, somehow it appears on our television screen. We talked about how badly booked the Alpha Academy has been. They lost their 6 straight matches coming into this match. But if it's something you've learned, even in professional sports, last weekend, the Indianapolis Colts went and fought the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have absolutely nothing to play for, and the Colts had everything to gain by winning. They win, they're in the playoffs, and what happens? The Jaguars absolutely crush the Colts, and it happens. I was actually shocked, and I was actually entertained by the title switch.
Yep, so Alpha Academy, new tag team champions. I like it. Is this the end of RK Bro?
Yeah, this is where we actually get, and this is where the story deserves to go. I don't know where, I think it ultimately ends with Orton over Riddle. So where Riddle goes after this, I'm not too sure.
Is Orton heel?
Oh, yeah.
He's got to be sick of Riddle by now.
Yeah, of course. It's going to happen where Riddle is over, but he's not over. He's not over to the point where if Randy Orton hits an RKO, people on Orton, Riddle, the fans are going to go nuts on it. This has to be punt to the head, absolutely demolishing him, sort of like he did with Christian and Edge during the pandemic WrestleMania. If
he gives Riddle a punt to the head and Riddle's out of action, I think Riddle could come back as a main eventer.
I agree.
That would be, I think, the best thing for him.
I think so. Maybe he comes back with a haircut. Maybe he gets all that goofy character knocked out of him, and this is where we actually get to see the actual, UFC fighter that he was and was undefeated. So he is a badass. Let's kick it into gear.
Yep. Joe Sonntag still talking smack. He says Brock came to me and asked me how he could improve his image. I told him long hair and a beard. The ladies love it. We got Hicks Villain in the chat. What's up, Hicks Villain?
What up, Hicks?
Joe says, don't worry, Sean. When it's all over, I'll still let you be my co-host. Man, it's getting nasty. Phil, you and I, we would never.
This is what causes. See, this is where you have to give the puppet master. This is where you got to give the devil his due. Mm-hmm. He knew what he was doing when he saw, all right, here's 6 primetime players. Let's match them up against each other. But wait, no, you will not tear the LaPa gods apart.
Speak of the devil, I was just catching up. You still talking about Primetime 6 like I'm not listening? Oh, we don't care that you're listening.
No, that's the thing. We're here to stay. We are brand supremacy, getting the draws.
Get the Goon Squad ready for Survivor Series. It's on.
Oh, that's going to be one hell of a main event.
Watch your backs unless you want to get stat zeroed. Man, he laid stat 0 to waste last night. It was brutal to watch. It was also very enjoyable, I must admit. As a wrestling fan, I enjoy a good squash match.
Do you remember, God, we're going back Attitude Era, when Jericho had that feud with DX and they just pummeled him with a sledgehammer? Yeah. I don't think I was more irate and entertained at the same time. And I feel like that's what 6 a.m. and his crew of flunkies, that's right. I said
Oh, man.
flunkies because I'm building the Survivor Series build today.
It's gonna get awkward on Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday, 6.
All right, let's get back to Raw. Next up, we have this weird feud going on with Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Apollo Crews, and Damian Priest and the Street Profits. Ziggler keeps getting the victories in this feud.
When Ziggler starts winning matches, right, that's what happens in professional wrestling. That's when you start seeing the dip of the show go down. Is when Dolph Ziggler. And can we talk about a bigger waste of talent than with Damian Priest? The man was coming out hot. We thought he was making this heel turn. And now he's teaming up with the Street Profits to go to the Dirty Dogs. Come on now.
Man, I was thinking, you know what the main event picture really needs in Raw right now? It needs Montez Ford.
It does. It really does.
Do you remember when they broke up the world's greatest tag team and moved Shelton Benjamin to Raw, and he just like exploded on the scene? Yep. I could see Montez Ford having that effect.
Yeah, I think it's time.
6 a.m. still talking smack. You're about to be the Dusty Rhodes of CGWF, McNulty. 6 in the Goon Squad. They're going to drag you out to a parking lot.
I know.
Lay you out, man. He does wish Sean Ahrendt luck. Put on a good show tonight, my man.
Awesome. See, you know what? Joe is a great guy, and we all love Joe here, even on the Pod Gods, right?
Yeah.
But Sean is just our boy. He's been our boy for years. We do have a rooting interest in this one.
Yep. All right. Next up, so official name change for Seth Rollins. He is now Seth freaking Rollins officially. And he defeats Big E. It's just business as usual. Big E's not the champ and he's still losing. He
comes out, says I'm going to be in the Rumble match, and then gets pinned. Now, here's the thing. Here's the scuttlebutt on the rumor mill. Is that apparently Rollins is going to take the belt from Roman?
Yeah, he's appeared on SmackDown at who is it? Who? Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce.
Yeah, he has made Seth Rollins the #1 contender for Roman's title.
And so I think this is where we get the Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns match where the titles switches to the other brand.
Yeah, is Seth winning the belt?
Oh. Yeah, he is. When Meltzer
bringing it back to Raw, and then Brock moves over to SmackDown.
If you got it.
Yeah. So 6 says you're going to be wearing polka dots if you make it past round 1.
Hey, you can put me any gimmick, and I will work. I will be just like Dusty.
Don't test 6 a.m.
Oh no, I don't test him. Secretly, I'm freaking out, and I don't want to wear the polka dots. I'm talking my smack. I'm talking my game. But man, I do not want those polka dots.
He is the creator here. He will put you in a dress if he wants to.
I'm really feeling the Vince McMahon vibes, and I really feel like I'm about to get Morrison pretty soon.
Yeah, 6 a.m. He's turned into the evil owner very quickly, and it's the best job I've seen done since Vince McMahon during the Attitude Era.
Honestly, we're building. I mean, this federation is building something great. I am loving it.
Yeah, don't test Vince McSix.
You don't test him.
No. All right, next up, we get an in-ring promo with Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley, and best friends. They explode. Just it's a theme of today's show. Nikki ASH, she's sick of Rhea Ripley, and I don't blame her.
What? Do you know what? They don't even have to change her name. She could be SASH, almost super heel, with the way she. This one, I just feel so bad for Rhea. Is there no one? Remember a few years ago when she was up against Charlotte Flair, and we said, finally, someone is coming to take the belt off of Flair. Someone is going to be a new pillar of the women's division, and they just absolutely killed her. And this is more of the fault for Rhea Ripley.
Well, she got deported, didn't she?
I think so, and I think this is just more of the same thing with Vince saying, "Wait a second, you cost me about 2 weeks. I'm going to cost you about 2 years."
I think 6 a.m. would approve of that. Next up, squash match. Omos defeats the local jobber.
I mean, and then we got AJ Styles coming out. So they're really moving forward with this Omos and AJ. And it's clear, right, that Omos has gone over, right?
Oh, yeah. Poor AJ.
Because AJ, he signed a new multi-million-dollar deal, right?
Yep.
He must be earning these checks because he's just been doing job after job for this company right now.
Here's the thing, and none of those jobs matter. He's AJ freaking Styles.
Right.
You could heat him up just like that, put him in a match with Brock, Roman, Seth, anyone. But
I will say this. That we can see that 2.0 is kind of Vince's baby now, because in that next match, we get Grayson Waller.
Yeah, Grayson Waller makes an appearance in the AJ Styles Austin Theory match, gets it thrown out in no contest. Grayson Waller, a guy who I thought was absolutely the shits, has really grown on me since he's turned heel.
He's done, since that promo with for the War Games 2.0 team, and the way he just calls out everybody, it's like he's got this confidence about him. I've never seen a turnaround on the mic this quickly. He just needs a new gear change, and he's terrible. And he's going to be at the top. So
yeah,
I mean, get rid of those stupid pink shorts, and 2.0 is his oyster. He may be the real big threat to Braun Breaker if they choose to do so.
We got Jaro in the chat. What's up, Jaro? Jaro, where are you at that it's morning?
We're getting international on the pod, guys.
Yeah, I love it. I also love Austin Theory got the selfie. He didn't care that that the match got thrown out. He was just happy he got the selfie after Grayson Waller interfered.
Austin Theory is the one who takes the belt off of Damian Priest, right? Has to be.
Oh, yeah, I'm all for that. Oh, we got Derek Clay in the house. What's up, Derek? So next up, main event time. I absolutely love this. We had Bianca Bel-Air versus Liv Morgan versus Dewdrop. I love me some Dewdrop.
Does this feel hardcore Holly-ish? Like the gets the title match at the Rumble, puts on a good match, and doesn't get the belt.
I was at that Rumble. I loved that Bob Holly, Brock Lesnar feud. I loved whenever someone would mention Bob Holly around Brock would get scared and run off, because that was built around legit heat. Brock broke Bob Holly's neck. Bob Holly wanted to break Brock's neck when he returned. I loved that feud. I love that Dewdrop is getting some recognition. I thought she should have been Queen Dewdrop. It didn't happen. I thought it was sort of, that was it for her. I was looking for her to be, future endeavored.
You know what? This Liv Morgan is really. Think about Liv Morgan, where she came from. Being in an affair with Lana, that broke up a Bobby Lashley wedding, to actually putting on some really good matches and being good on the mic. It's a really nice turnaround for Liv.
Yeah, I really think Liv should have won the belt in that feud with Becky. But I know the story they're trying to tell is, Becky has never lost the belt. Like, she gave it up, returned, won it. When she loses, I think they want it to be to Bianca Belair eventually.
And I think this is going to be the first time we get a first back-to-back female winner of the Royal Rumble. So I think they're going to – I think it's – we as wrestling fans, we sort of start to see these unfold. And sometimes, like we say, it's all right to be predictable when done well.
Ja Rose in Asia, Phil.
Well, hello, Jaro. Welcome.
And he was a fan of the Holly Brock feud. Good
You
stuff,
know,
man. That's an underrated
yeah.
era, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It was sort of that in between of, that transition from Attitude Era
to Ruthless
to Ruthless Aggression. It was a nice little bridge to it.
Yep. Because Cena still hadn't debuted. I feel like Cena is the start of Ruthless Aggression.
Right. And this was I really enjoyed, because if you listen to Bruce Richards' podcast, Bob Holly is just a badass, in life.
And he always thought the belt should be put on him.
Yeah. I got an idea. Put the strap on me.
Yep. Then what, Bob? I beat everyone. I like his thinking. 6. Put the strap on me.
and no polka dots on me.
Yeah. And give me Leandro as my advocate. All right. NXT 2.0. I look forward to this show every week, Phil. What the hell is going on?
We talked about how this originally felt like roadkill, that you couldn't keep your eyes off of. And now we talk about it as our favorite show of the week. Over Dynamite, what has happened?
So Sean says, you know what else is underrated? Joe Sonntag's gulp game. 6 a.m. I heard something about strap one and polka dots. On it, boys.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
No, I will say this. 6. If I get a hoodie with polka dots on it, I will probably get a legit polka dot hoodie and wear it for the show.
All right. You know what? You want to get into breaking news before you get into NXT? It was just announced Corey Graves has been cleared to wrestle. Corey Graves, Raw color commentator. He suffered a concussion, right? And that ended his wrestling days.
Right. He had the same thing that Dana Bryan had.
So he turned into an NXT commentator, became the best color guy they had. He got moved up to the main roster. He's been fantastic ever since. And now he can wrestle. I was asking Phil, do you think WWE wants him to wrestle?
No. There's no way. You know what they may do is that they may play his theme at the Royal Rumble and he may leave the commentator booth, because I always like to do that every couple of years. He may get an extended run in the Rumble, and I think that'll be about it. And I think that may lead to him wanting to leave, just like Paige, also known as Saraya, has been putting out there, because she had the same neck injury as Edge, and now she's had the same surgery and same rehab success, but they don't want to put her out there either. So
I think another company would love to have Corey Graves as an active wrestler on the roster.
Oh yeah, his time in NXT was so short, but it was so good. Like, people forget about him and Seth Rollins and what a great storyline that was in early NXT, the Hulu days of NXT.
OC Steve's in the chat. He says new CG tag team M&M, Lord Crackhead and OC Steve. Is this official? I haven't heard about this. Maybe he's just trying to put it out there, make it happen. OC Steve says Graves will have a Santino level time in the Royal Rumble. Oh, I guess it's true. Welcome, New Blood. You'll need to cut your teeth against Parnell. Oh, Hands of Stone, PTP, Patrick Thomas Parnell. He lays people out with his knockout punch, reminiscent of Ronnie Garvin. Joe Sonntag says, there Sean goes again, fantasizing about dudes. It's getting
This is one thing you won't see.
We're not going to talk sexually about each other, Phil.
No, we're not.
I think their true feelings are coming out.
This is where after the match they keep the oil on and the tights off.
We're gonna have a CGWF wrestling wedding later this year. Sean and Joe. I'm gonna officiate. I'm the moral compass. All right. First up, NXT. Santos Escobar versus Zion Quinn with a Elektra Lopez on a pole match. Winner gets to leave with Elektra Lopez, Phil. How do you feel about this match?
I actually didn't mind it because I loved the stipulation behind it. I think it's one of those weird storylines where I say this and I don't mean to say this lightly, right? But NXT 2.0 is becoming the closest thing we've had to the Attitude Era in quite some time.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they've done such a good job with having this will they, won't they with Quinn and Lopez, and Escobar is trying to keep his faction together. It almost seems a little China DX-ish.
Yeah.
And I am totally fine with the finish. I absolutely love this because Zion Quinn had no reason to have a storyline, and here he is in a really entertaining one. It's such a good worker with Santos Escobar.
Yeah, so two things. I've made it known I love me some Elektra Lopez. And two, I love this Romeo and Juliet storyline. And it a little kind of breaks my heart that Elektra Lopez was just, screwed him at the end. It's almost like when Trish Stratus turned on Chris Jericho.
It is. See, we're talking about some of the most entertaining storylines of, and that Trish Stratus, Chris Jericho storyline is like just a footnote in the career of Chris Jericho. But because the storyline was so entertaining, we still remember it to this day.
Yeah,
and I think that's what 2.0
my
is building.
wife's not a wrestling fan, but I remember she would occasionally watch Raw with me, and she got into the Jericho Trish storyline.
It's a good one.
Yep. OC Steve says he's ready for PTP. The Lucha Bear is ready. I like his nickname, the Lucha Bear. 6 a.m. says, I don't think WWE 2K19 has the moves Joe and Sean are hoping for. Joe says, hell, I'm a minister. They're going to get married, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
And Sean says, Joe is a Fiverr minister. Hey, man, Fiverr is good. I've hired people off there. All right, NXT 2.0. Next up, Cameron Grimes, sort of in a squash match against Damon Kemp.
What are they doing with this? What happened to Duke Hudson? Duke Hudson was was slowly the star of this feud, and now he's just.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they shaved his head and was like, oh, this doesn't work at all.
Like, what do we do with him?
Yeah.
But earlier than that, Braun Breaker came out with a promo, and the blatant disrespect of the people in that crowd. This is where I'm going off. 2.0. Yeah. This is where the line in the sand has been drawn between NXT Black and Gold and NXT 2.0 Splash of Color. When the fans are chanting, you deserve it versus no, you don't. Come on, guys. Don't give him the Cena treatment. Don't give this guy the Cena treatment. He is good. He is great on the mic. Do not give him the Cena treatment. Yeah, he is. Don't give him the Roman treatment just because. Listen,
you know what they're salty about? He broke the old logo, and then the following day, they released all of Triple H's top guys.
Right. But that has no part on him.
Braun Breaker had nothing to do with that.
Right. You can boo the product, but don't boo the champion who legit actually should have had the title months ago. But this is what the WWE does. They always overbook things. If he got the title earlier, the fans would have been behind it.
A week ago, they loved him. This is all because, William Regal lost a job. Samoa Joe lost a job. Tommaso, I think, is going to move up to the main roster, unfortunately.
I mean, I honestly think that's why he's moving to the main roster. I feel like they figured, you know what, he may get some backlash if Ciampa stays on NXT 2.0. So you move him to the main roster, say, all right, he's out of the picture, and you get more people behind Steiner.
Yeah. Next up, we get a Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic qualifier match. Edris Enouf and Malik Blade against Harlan and Joe Gacy. I get what they're doing. They're building up Harland as a monster. Wrong move, wrong team. Won this. Joe Gacy and Harland are money.
Right. I mean, unless they have a really good storyline for him, these guys were my early winners because there would be nothing better than to have Gacy go off or go on about Dusty Rhodes. It would have been really entertaining. I trust because he's one of the few promos in 2.0 that you feel like, all right, Gacy, just go out and do your thing. I would have liked to see what he'd done with it, but hopefully they get back into the tournament.
And Edris and Malik, they're going nowhere in this tournament.
They are charisma vampires. They just suck the life out of anything they're in.
Next up, Crowbar on a pole match. He who will not be named against Pete Dunne. Just further, the black and gold is dead, Phil.
I don't mind it, though. I don't mind it. This
guy's a jabroni.
Right. Right. Here's the thing. When it comes to this, you have to do this. I don't mind anything on a pole match. Those are great again. But man, what up, Jamie? But especially when a crowbar's on there. So I don't mind because this is what He Who Shall Not Be Named has been built as. This is what I like about 2.0. It's consistent. He's been built as this thug, this guy who can't wrestle, this guy who's gonna win by by any means and the cheapest means necessary. So I was actually really okay with this turnout.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not winning me over, but I just appreciate the consistency in my wrestling.
Here's the thing. I didn't mind like FBI. I didn't mind even the Mamalukes from WCW, but this guy just by himself is really grating.
Right, he is. He is. When he had his little like paisans with him, it was entertaining. He's not someone that you can really book on his own. The gimmick's not going to go far. It's almost like the Prince Pretty gimmick for Tyler Breeze. Like, it will work for so long, but then when you actually get into big main event matches and title matches, it's not a gimmick that can carry you far.
Yeah. Jamie says, hi, guys. I love when I walk in on such an odd statement to walk in on. Hey, man, earlier we were talking about Elektra Lopez on a pole. They had a match. They had a match for a woman. All right. So this next match we're going to talk about, Phil, was my favorite match of the night. Wendy Chu, Indy Hartwell, and Persia Parada against Amari Miller, Casey Catanzaro, and Caden Carter. I love Wendy Chu.
Go ahead. I think we're about to say the same thing.
When she was asleep at ringside with her body pillow, I was like, what is this? And then it hit me. Like, she's just the female Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
Like when she stretched and yawned to avoid a clothesline, that's when it clicked for me. And I was like, oh, I like this character.
Yeah. At first I was like, what is going on? And then when she yawned and ducked, I thought, this is great. This is great. She is, and she's got, I hate when people say, I hate this expression, they've got it. Don't know what it is, but they've got it. And I watched this match and I went, God damn it. Don't say it, Phil. Don't say it, Phil, but I'm going to say it. She's got it. I don't know what it is, but she's got it.
She was the only wrestler in that match that I wanted to see in the ring because I wanted to see what she would do next.
Right.
Joe Sonntag says, talking is over. I got a match to get ready for. I'll see you later when I get that 1, 2, 3 bow.
Damn.
Nico Trona says, gabagool.
Oh, I still can't believe there's marks in the AEW pay-per-view in the theater. We're all talking, going, hey, made my blood boil.
I mean, that's who that character is.
Yeah, it is.
Created for.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Next up, another match I really liked. Boa versus Solo Sakoa. Solo Sakoa, the youngest Uso. I like Boa transforming into this painted face character, doing violent things. So this match spilled into the backstage area, and they went over some I don't know, some like gear and stuff, and when
bunch of crates and crap.
Yeah, crates. And when he popped up, he had the face paint on. Pretty badass, I thought.
I love both these guys. These guys just beat the hell out of each other, and it went to a double count out. You know, we've talked about on our last show, we talked about how much Impact's Hard to Kill was great because it gave everyone a little bit of everything. This episode of 2.0 just went so fast because it gave a little bit of everything. It's why it's the most entertaining wrestling show on television right now, by far and away.
I think I asked you this before, but does Solo ever join the Bloodline?
Yeah, but I hope he doesn't. I hope he joins them towards the end of that, towards the end of the Bloodline when they all disperse. Because if you keep him on NXT 2.0, he's slowly building up. Like, we don't know how he is on the mic yet, but we know he's got the wrestling gene. He's blood related to the Bloodline. Like, he's got the in-ring ability. He's got the facial expressions. Just let him continue to grow. Don't try to push it until the Bloodline is near the end of it.
Main event time. AJ Styles comes to NXT and wrestles Grayson Waller. Man, I thought this was a pretty good match. AJ gets the win, and we get LA Knight returning at the end. And WWE tweeted out, old friends reunite. And it got me thinking, were Eli Drake and AJ Styles ever in Impact at the same time? Because I feel like they weren't.
I don't think they were. I felt like there was no
AJ
crossover.
left and went to Ring of Honor in Japan, and then Drew McIntyre came with his stand up for wrestling with Eli Drake and the other Tongaloa.
But let's talk about this crazy, bizarro world we're in. In one calendar week, WWE has promoted Impact, what, 2-3 times already?
More than AEW ever promoted Impact.
I honestly think this is what, and I think that's why. I think that's why LA Knight has been sort of getting this push, is because I think he's familiar to the Impact audience, and he's got, besides being a great wrestler, besides having a great look, besides us missing our chance of just going up to his table and supporting him. That's one thing we will never miss out on again.
LA Knight's push is a long time coming.
Yes.
He should be on the main roster. He's a better talker, probably better than everyone with the exception of Roman.
Right.
Paul Heyman.
Yeah. There's not too many guys who can hold the stick and actually, perform well with it. I think Braun Breaker had a great promo. I think having short and sweet and seeing him on television was good because it gets you excited for next week for his in-ring return. But besides that, no one can really hold a long promo. Seth Rollins can hold a promo, but he gets a little winded at the end there, and he starts, he's a little too overboard,
right? For my taste. So that does it. Is Grayson Waller, AJ Styles feud over?
I think so. I think it was just to get AJ Styles on NXT 2.0. I think it is almost sort of Vince sort of saying, you know what, I appreciate you jobbing to Omos. I appreciate you giving this young guy the rub. Yeah. That I think this was sort of him saying, you know what, go to a show where the people are going to go bananas, go crazy for you, and get your win there.
OC Steve is saying LA Knight is getting the Chris Hero treatment in NXT. The thing with LA Knight, NXT really needs him right now. The best matches in NXT 2.0 right now are when one of these new guys are paired up with a veteran. Braun Breaker, Tommaso Ciampa, Grayson Waller, LA Knight. And right now, maybe LA Knight has to be the most experienced
guy on the
wrestler
roster
they have.
Yeah,
maybe Cameron Grimes second.
Right, and I think because remember the Hudson Grimes feud.
Yeah,
right. War Games was one of low key one of WWE's best pay-per-views.
It was their best pay-per-view last year.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So I mean, when NXT 2.0 is it's really the best show they have, and it's no contest.
Yeah. So that'll do it for NXT. Over in the chat, Sean Ahrendt, he's dedicated. Oh, well, first he says Joe Sonntag will have to stick to radio after the beating he's about to give him. But all the little Sean Ahrendts out there, he's dedicating this match to all the JDs and T1s out there, man.
Oh man,
I feel like Sean is early 90s era Sting right now.
Yes, I was just about to call it. I was like, oh no, Sean's going pre
Stinger.
Yes, he's going pre-Crow Sting on us. That's how you win, my friend.
Oh man, Crazy Mad has joined us. He doesn't know who to root for. We're rooting for Sean Ahrendt, best friend Sean, as he's known here. So you're free to join us. Vote for Sean. Root for Sean. No offense, Joe. D-Wag's in the house. Hail to the Moral Compass. Thank you for joining us, D-Wag.
What up? One of the early main event misfits, Darren Wagner.
Crazy Mad says, on one hand, Sean has the smack talk. On the other, I got Joe's ash can today. I'm the editor of Joe's book and Sean's book. Puts me in an awkward situation, but I think Joe understands. I got to pull for my best friend, right?
Right.
D-Wag says, OC Steve is not me. Hail Cray Cray. Okay, what's going on here? What? Darren Wagner and I are in the same chat? Yeah, what's going on here? OC Steve says this type 2 is back to type 1, aka Sean Ahrendt. Yeah. Surfer Sting. Jaro know what's up.
I think what makes the Pod Gods actually probably one of the best, if not the best, wrestling podcasts out there is we don't forget our history. We've watched so much wrestling in our lifetime. It's these callbacks
that
keep the fans coming onto the show.
Eddie Winkler in the chat. What's up, Eddie? It's almost main event time. Speaking of main event, D-Wag, original main event misfit. I remember you guys were talking about getting shirts.
Well, luckily we have the gimmick change. Now we're going to get Primetime 6 shirts coming up.
I'm going to send one to 6 a.m.
I'm already working on. I was working on designs at work today.
Muttman from Breaking Rad. He's part of the Goon Squad. He says, Yo, what up? We ready to rumble? We are. We're getting ready to rumble. We're just going through this chat. And Eddie Winkler, he started the main event.
Yeah, you were the OG. That's why I said he was one of the first. He wasn't the first because we all know it's Eddie, and we all know I love Eddie's box.
All right. With that being said, let's get into a little promo of King of That Thing, man. Let's see where it all started. Big slam.
Yeah. I'm just picking him up like he's nothing.
I know.
History has been made.
Bancroft.
Michael Bancroft.
Congratulations. The man from down under put the last man over.
That's it.
Are we going to witness a miracle tonight? King Davis has been on a win streak this year outside the ring. Is it going to carry over into the ring finally? Oh
no. Yes. Shane,
there you have it.
I told you. Pterodactyl power. He got it.
John Malin is shedding a tear. There you have it, folks. Great promo by 6 a.m. He's an evil, wrestling owner, but he cuts a great promo, man.
I mean, I think this is what the CGWF is built on great promos.
Yeah, speaking of great promos, our competitors who have been talking smack for the last 54 minutes, they sent me this video to play. I've watched it. This match is good. We're in for something special, Phil.
I'm excited.
Yeah, let me share this.
Every time we get these promos, I'm thinking, I will give it to 6. I haven't seen promos this good since WrestleMania 17, Rock v. Austin, Limp Bizkit's My Way.
I was just watching that the other day.
It's the best. It's the best.
It is
promo.
the best. If we could somehow create that, Phil, for our match,
yes.
even though we're not in a blood feud, I would love it. All right, here we go. King of That Thing promo, Joe versus Sean.
I'm very talented, very sexy, very distinguished. Always narcissistic, but never vain. Staunch defender Rob Liefeld, and Gina Carano, and a lover of all things 90s. Joseph Michael Sonntag, or Joe M Sonntag if you prefer. Mr. Pope likes to call me JMS. Welcome to the show. What's that supposed to be?
You got whack ass initials.
At least I got some cool initials, man. What are you talking about?
I got SDA. Like that's tight shit. That sounds like amazing.
SDA.
At least like a virus. Like, you're like, oh, Babylon 5.
You got issues, man? You got something to say?
Yeah, man. Yeah. You use your initials like a shit ass writer.
Oh damn!
Well, at least it's not a shit ass co-host. When you sit over there, you do nothing. I do everything.
I bring the funk. I bring the funk.
Is that what it is?
That's what I bring.
Oh, okay.
Well, look, I'm here carrying the show every fucking week.
Carrying the show, you say?
Howard Stern. Yeah, Howard Stern.
Whatever, Artie Lang, or should I call you Beetlejuice?
All right, Showtime. Like, that's a little offensive. Like,
I'm tired of you riding my coattails all year long.
No way. I'm on pegs, if anything, but I'm not riding shit.
I'm pretty sure that everybody comes here to see me anyway. All right, so I don't even know what you're doing on the show.
You have to see the stunner special ed. Something, bitch. You want step?
Bitch, I'm gonna make you my bitch this Wednesday at King of the Thing.
Only one of us is gonna walk away from this A&S style. Mama say, Mama side, Maku side.
The Wednesday night, only one of us walks out and be king of art and stuff, and that motherfucker will be me.
Like his words, he's gonna be stuttering out of that fucking room.
I'm very talented.
Shots fired, Phil.
Now that is some promo work, gentlemen.
I have
Kudos.
goosebumps, man.
Oh man.
I was like, I couldn't believe they went there.
I mean, you won't see. I feel like this is, when they say you never book two faces against each other. That's how I feel our matches. We're just like handshake in the middle of the ring. And then when you book two heels against each other, that's what happens when you get early MJF versus early Sammy Guevara. And it's just straight up shots fired.
Sorry, Six. I don't think Joe and Sean realize this is, family friendly CGWF. But it makes for good matches. We're getting into Dynamite territory.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, we got Rick Saylor in the chat. What's up, Rick? Thanks for joining us, man.
What up, Rick?
Darren says, "Whoa, hopefully bad blood like this can be solved in the ring." We're gonna find out. 6 a.m. says typical primetime 6 talk.
That's
Hey,
what happens. It's when we at the Pod Gods will it into existence. Now the primetime 6 is a thing.
We're a little more it's
Finger
like,
poke of doom than kick through the barbershop window.
yeah, I was gonna say, over here on the primetime brand of the CGWF, we're a little more risque. We're the Attitude Era.
We're NXT 2.0.
Oh, 6 a.m. says you're trying to Attitude Era my golden age. So 6, he loves the 80s WWF. It's still WWF to him.
I mean,
we got the F out.
Yes, I was just, damn it. You took it from me.
We're CGWE over here.
We are that entertainment. We are the one who's bringing bra and panties matches back, or at least strap-ons and polka dots.
Mike McMahon wants to know if he can be the Virgil of the group. Mike, you're already part of the primetime 6, which sent 6 a.m. over the edge. I think he doesn't like that we took the 6. Like, that's his gimmick. We're going to make it ours.
No, I'm going to show up in polka dots now.
He's just AM Comics now because the primetime 6 owns the 6. We're going to have a 6 on a pole match.
Oh, God.
Phil,
Survivor Series. Survivor Series. Battle for the 6.
All right. All the smack talk's out of the way.
Let's roll.
There's only one thing left to do. And that is, it's time for King of That Thing, match number 2 qualifier. Note to anyone who didn't watch last night, Wyatt Holliday defeated Chief Justice Optimus in match 1. So Wyatt Holliday has advanced to the next round. We're going to find out who advances between Joe M Sonntag, JMS, stupid initials according to Sean Ahrendt. I think they're fine.
I think it's great.
Yeah. And Sean Ahrendt, whose initials are SDA, sounds like a disease. Pretty cool.
Don't you love that was the retort? Was, you know what? At least mine sounds like a disease.
Absolutely.
That's our Sean, though. Come on, buddy.
6 a.m. says, you better start saying your prayers and eating your vitamins, Phil.
Just bring it.
Enjoy your new polka dot dress. All right. Hey, man. It's like whatever when the evil wrestling owner tries to like punish like the baby faces and they get over whatever hell they're put through.
Right.
You're gonna get through this, Phil.
I know I am. Listen, if I will do this. If we have the Survivor Series match and the primetime 6 loses, I give 6 a.m. not like he needs it, but I give 6 a.m. full permission to put me in the polka dot dress if we lose the Survivor Series, and then until eventually I get over it.
Just give us Leandro as my advocate, and I think we're golden. All right. It's time for the main event. Joe versus Sean. King of That Thing qualifier. Let's turn up the volume. Oh, you know what? Let's leave the volume like halfway because we got to do play-by-play, Phil.
Yes, we do. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Here we are in Atlantic City, New Jersey, the home of the Primetime Arena.
I love how the Primetime Arena is in Atlantic City. No other trashier, dirtier stadium.
Making his way to the ring from Michigan, Joe M Sonntag.
Joe looks confident, man.
You know, wearing the Reaper Destroyer cover, right? You don't want to go out losing your match when you are wearing your launch issue #1 hoodie. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, you're repping your brand. Mm-hmm. You don't want that brand associated with a loser.
Right. You don't want the defeat, right?
Six isn't giving me Leandro, Phil. He knows he's the secret weapon. Leandro on a pole match. I need him.
6 a.m. versus MC on the Leandro on a pole match.
Look at this beautiful ring, the Moral Compass logo in the center.
Absolutely love it.
Check out the new LED screen on the side with the Graveyard Shift artwork. I spared no expenses for this tournament.
And his opponent from the United States of America, Sean Ahrendt.
Look at those moves.
Look at Sean is getting ready to fight. Look at Porsche. Oh, look at he's got the Type 1 logo on the back. So both men repping their creator-owned series, both launching this year in 2022.
I'm the editor of both books, man.
Oh, man. One of these guys is going to have an L associated with their product after this match. That's how big the King of That Thing tournament is.
We got Don Chin, part of the Primetime Six, in the chat. Hail Don Chin. That's a shiny shirt, Crazy Mad says.
Well, Sean, he's Mr. Backstreet Boys himself.
Absolutely.
This is the shinier the better.
All right, let's get it on. Oh, we're locking up.
Oh,
get the early advantage. Look at the technician.
Just an easy reversal to JMS's reversal.
Oh, with a punch to the back of the head. Then a kick.
Sean may be right. He said he was carrying the show. Now he's carrying this match.
Oh!
With a leaping forearm to the face is JMS himself.
John Malin says Michigan has this. He's on Team Joe Sonntag. Don Chin says, I love Sean, but I got to go with Joe's grizzled persona and life experience. Sean has the advantage right now, though. Jersey strong. I take a Jersey guy over a Michigan guy any day of the week.
We grew up with Jersey diners that tested.
Oh, look at that leapfrog. Sean is fired up.
Oh, he's playing to the crowd. He's got. See, that's what us Jersey boys do.
Crowd. They love Sean Ahrendt here.
Traditional wrestling booking would tell you that, the loser normally is from their hometown, but Sean Ahrendt is breaking all the rules. He's laying a Type 1 beat down.
Oh, the block by Joe Sonntag. He reverses the suplex. Oh, Joe Sonntag just twisted on Sean's head. Trying to make it come off. Doesn't work that way, Joe.
He's using Sean's head like an insulin pen, just pressing down on and beating it down.
Oh, Joe Sonntag on a roll. Oh, he's going for the pin. You got to do more than that to take out Sean Ahrendt.
Listen, Sean Ahrendt has lived in the streets of Atlantic City on wild nights. He is no stranger.
These two guys are too eager to put this away. They got to work each other over a little more. With all the sexual talk, I think these two guys are ready to get back to the hotel and
they're ready to get
work
to
things out amongst themselves privately.
They're ready to get to the back, and I don't mean the backstage.
Oh, Sean goes for the big Type 1 slam. Is this it? The ref slow with the count.
Oh, a near fall. JMS.
That was at least a 4 count. Ref was out of position. Gonna have to reprimand him after this match.
You only kick out, though. You only kick out after you hear those 2 taps, man. You could be there for 4 seconds or 10 seconds. Doesn't matter. It's got to take 3 hand slaps from the ref.
Yep. John Malin's shocked by the slow count by the ref. D-Wag thinks Sean has some moves. Sean's showing us something, man.
Uh-oh. He's going for it. Did he go for the Reaper Destroyer? Oh, Sean with the reversal. This match is a crazy back and forth ref.
Oh, I gotta go, Phil. Do the play-by-play. I gotta go.
The best friend show. It's the best friend show. Mom's a hell of a yeah. It's the best friend show. Sean is always fly. I like the best friend show. You don't know why? Because it's the best friend show. The best friend show.
Do we have
Best friends.
interference? We have interference. What
back.
happened?
What did I miss?
You just walked into the game and caused Sean to get a distraction. He had this match won.
I'll explain everything later, Phil.
Oh my goodness. What is going on? The distraction by a streaking moral compass, a naked Poulton. That's the next miniature type figure. You've had with the logo t-shirt. Now you can get him with the no t-shirt. No, the primetime 6 can never be ended by a streaking Mark Poulton. It can't come down so fast.
Everyone's going to be talking about the primetime 6 after tonight.
The primetime
These guys better
6
not get
inches.
counted out, though. Get in the ring. Sean, you can still win this, buddy. Get in the ring.
Get in the ring. His eyes were blinded by primetime 6 inches. Are you kidding me?
Ja Rowe says, slow count, naked run-ins. Is this WCW?
We really did make the king of that thing an Attitude Era show.
We all just saw the primetime, too. Sean's going into a diabetic coma after this.
Salivating at a streaking
Tonight, I told you we were going to get a little weird tonight, Phil. Sean with the cover. 1, 2.
Oh, another slow count
He
by
is
the
still
ref.
in this.
Sean
Hey,
took a mighty beating.
Sean is from Jersey. He sees a naked guy singing on the corner every time he leaves his house to go to the convenience store. This isn't going to rattle him. Oh, big overhead suplex. Oh, dragging him out into the center of the ring. What's he going for? It's the big Saddlebrook splash.
Oh,
cover him, Sean.
Sean is wasting precious time.
Oh, 2.
Oh, he can't believe it. JMS is putting up a fight. This is great stuff. What great in-ring action.
Don Shin says Poulton's king of his ding-a-ling. OC Steve finds this too sweet. D-Wag says, I don't know if you're pointing the right way, Mark. Nico Tronis, Mark's naked entrance is a finishing move. Hey, I wanted people to talk about this first episode of the primetime CGWF King of That Thing tournament. Oh, Joe Sonntag with that's the Reaper Destroyer.
He hit the Reaper. Oh, and a taunt. Oh,
cover him.
Is he going for another one? He just knows that one Reaper Destroyer isn't enough.
He hits it again.
Back-to-back Reaper Destroyers. This may be
over.
It for.
Stick a fork in him. 2.
Oh my God! And a 2.5 kick out by Sean Ahrendt.
This is incredible. Sean's still in this. How is he doing it? Oh, Sean reverses it. Inverted DDT. Oh, a big clothesline. John Malin talking smack says Sean's going to be more wrecked than Camden. Ouch. Sean's still in this. Oh, backbreaker.
This is
another backbreaker.
What a debut episode on primetime TV on the pod, guys. This is only match 1, fellas.
The Saddlebrook splash again. What's he getting ready for? What's he go? Oh, he's working over the knee.
He realizes it's going to take a lot to slow down JMS.
Oh, he's got some up for the Type 1 slam. Boom!
He hits it a second time during this match.
1, 2. No! This is anyone's match.
The false finishes in this match, keeping everyone on edge.
D-Wag thought it was over. Comic Book Bob saying slow count. Sean's the type to bring the fight. Your refs are terrible. Another Reaper Destroyer on Sean.
Is that the fourth one this match?
I think so. Sean may have a concussion. His bell is rung.
He's starting to get a crimson mask, it looks like, under that white hat.
The good thing is he won't remember my run-in. Oh, 2 count. There's no quit in Sean Ahrendt.
Sean slowly getting back to his knees. JMS lining him up.
He's drawn blood on his friend. This is what we've resorted to. Belly to belly by Sean Ahrendt.
King of that thing means everything to everyone in this tournament.
He's going for the Saddlebrook splash again. Oh, a big kick to the gut.
He's hit the Saddlebrook splash a few times in this. He knows that move is just not going to get the job done.
That's the setup for the Type 1 slam. Here it comes, another Type 1 slam. Boom! Cover him, Sean. 1, 2, 3.
Sean Ahrendt, I would say, pulling the upset. He was not favored to win this match. And I haven't seen this many finishers in a match since Cena versus Lesnar.
Man. So we're going to go through the highlights. This match was amazing.
This was back and forth till the very end.
John, just face it, Jersey is better than Michigan. So fans aren't happy. The fans at the Primetime Arena are very happy, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Sean Ahrendt.
I have to explain myself, Phil.
Go ahead. I think
let's give Sean his moment first. There he is. He could be king of that thing.
Oh, he is one step closer. Sean Ahrendt could be the little engine that could Type 1 and all.
What a match. Yeah, Darren Wagner agrees with me. There you have it, man. Sean Ahrendt advances King of That Thing tournament. All right. Here's the lowdown, Phil.
Okay, let's get it.
So Joe Sonntag's under the weather. He came to me before the match. He said, Mark, I need your help to defeat Sean. And I was like, are you crazy? Sean is my best friend. There's no way I would turn on him. Plus, I'm the moral compass. I couldn't do that. And he goes, well, what if you were the $1 million compass? And I said, come again? And he backed the Brinks truck up to my house with all his ex-Rockstar money, dumped it on my front step. Phil, renting that arena wasn't cheap. The ring skirt with the Moral Compass logo, that LED screen with the Graveyard Shift artwork on, we got a campaign to promote. All this costs money, Phil.
I don't blame you.
I did it.
I don't blame you.
I took the money, but I just knew Sean would overcome this because he's from Jersey. So there's a little money left over. Next time he comes to Jersey, the three of us, the finest Mexican food in Jersey on the Moral Compass I'm sorry, Sean.
This is what happens when you take the money and you get the victory. Not only does Sean get the winner's purse, he gets a margarita and a taco on the Moral Compass himself.
We screwed Joe Sonntag. And I feel pretty good about it.
No, you know what? JMS. Screw JMS.
Because they're stupid initials.
Unfortunately, his initials didn't sound like a disease.
Oh, Comic Book Bob is saying Sonntag was robbed. John Malin says, I will train Joe now. Rematch. Oh, wow. John is invested in this. I like it. Bancroft needs to look out for Sean Ahrendt. No, King Davis needs to look out for Sean Ahrendt because Sean is coming for that crown. Jersey representing the cesspool. You knocked that off, Comic Book Bob. Could Ahmad take care of take care of Comic Book Bob? We don't need that type of talk. This is the Lapod gods, man.
I mean, we were based in Jersey, man.
Yeah. 6 a.m. says you'll be spending that money on therapy for those in the audience. Hey, man, I'm just giving the people a show. You can watch CGWF on Breaking Rad, or you can be entertained by the CGWE over on Primetime Poulton.
CGWE 2.0.
Comic Book Bob says John Malin demanded an impartial ref. This ref was on the take for sure. The ref, if anything, cost Sean the match earlier. Sean had a 4 count on Joe. 6 a.m. says Taco Bell is not real Mexican food, Mark. Tell that to John Malin, okay? Sean feels great. Sean, I didn't screw you over. I knew you would overcome this. I'm so proud of you, man. Phil, sing Sean's praises.
I am so proud of Sean Ahrendt. It's been a good week for Sean, and I had to think this is definitely the highlight of his week because he's one step closer to that crown. He's one step closer.
D-Wag says John Malin ain't playing. John Malin has sour grapes because his state was poorly represented. Our state was victorious.
And guess what's going to happen next week? No matter what happens when the Lapod gods go at it, Jersey is going to be victorious again.
Jersey's bringing home the crown. Ja Rowe, he knows what's up. He says JMS screwed JMS. You don't go to Sean Ahrendt's best friend and say, hey, can you help me screw him over? I'm the moral compass, man. I always have a backup plan. I knew Sean was going to be A-OK. Nico Tronus is saying, get Joe some wolf milk. It's too late for Joe. He's out of the tournament. He's gone.
Oh, God. Chauncey bringing the heat.
Chauncey, Sean, Ott and stuff with co-host Joe. Yeah. Sean, are you going to let Joe be your co-host now? 6 a.m. says you'll be in the local circuits by the end of the week. You're finished, Poulton. John Malin says, I will take Joe to Taco Bell and he will be stronger. Joe says, I fought like hell, but you can't overcome the conspiracy of the Primetime Six. What? You were part of the
Primetime Six, Joe.
You turned your back on us.
We still love you. You're still part of the Primetime Six. It just so happens.
We need 5 people for our Survivor Series team. So...
Oh, God. JMS is the special ref in the Survivor Series.
6 a.m. says John Malin, explosive diarrhea is probably a good strategy in the ring when you think about it. D-Wag says, nothing like chicken chalupa or cheesy fiesta potato for muscle growth. Sean says, Michigan is full of cheaters and wannabes. Wolf milk is like lamb curds. Yeah. Jersey, the home of champions.
The home of pork roll.
Pork roll is fantastic.
Delicious.
Sean says, hell yeah. Co-host Joe Sonntag. I like the ring of it.
Wait till the next episode of Art and Stuff.
Yeah. They canceled tonight's episode.
I can see why. There's going to be a reckoning. And there will be a reckoning, according to JMS himself. So next, we better see the fallout on the next Art and Stuff. I will be locked in and tuning in.
We may have just broke up their show, Phil.
No, we didn't. We did not. Vince McSix.
Yeah,
we didn't. We don't call the booking. We just call the matches.
Comic Book Bob says a steady diet of Doritos, Tacos Locos, and Baja Blast, and Joe will be a wrecking machine. So there you have it, man. What a night. People are going to be talking about this match for a long time, Phil.
This could be easily the match of the tournament, and we're only 2 matches in.
This could be match of the year, and we're only in January.
Yeah. This is, I will say, he may be evil, but he's an evil genius. What great booking.
6 a.m. says primetime 6 equals home wrecker 5. Hey, I take my clothes off and crazy stuff happens. Darren Wagner says it might be fart and stuff depending on how much Taco Bell is involved.
It seems like both men are getting a well-deserved Taco Bell meal at the end of it.
I'm treating Sean to something better than Taco Bell. There's a new well, it's not really new, but it's the new Don Pablo's, Phil, in my heart. And I'm treating. I'm taking Joe Sonntag's money and we're going all out.
We will spare no expenses. Next time Sean's in Jersey, the three of us, we're going for it.
Man, what a night. Phil, final thoughts.
The pod guys, if you thought tonight's episode was great, we're gonna have a little bit of a rest period on Sunday when we go over a little AEW, a little Impact Wrestling, a little Hard to Kill Fallout. I'm sure there's going to be more breaking news coming from the wrestling world, and then we'll be back here again. So look for us on Sunday, probably
then Tuesday.
Sunday.
Breaking Rad.
Will be the pod gods will be doing commentary on Tuesdays.
We're going to enemy territory. Breaking Rad.
Full-on invasion. If you want all the storylines and more, and then, of course, the next night we'll be back here once again at 8 o'clock. I think our official new time slot on Wednesdays. Wednesday at 8.
I think so, especially with this tournament. 6 wants to know, Phil, you joining us Tuesday?
I'll be joining. I was going to try to join with you guys last night, but I was under the weather. I promise you, come hell or high water, the Cowboy will ride.
I need my backup. I can't go into enemy territory without backup.
Not without your tag team partner, buddy.
The right hand of the moral compass. Main event, Phil McNulty. Cowboy Phil. Joe Sonntag, still excuses. John Malin is taking me under his wing. Michigan will rise again. Michigan's a dead town. We just killed the town or the state of Michigan. No more wrestling in Michigan. No more wrestlers from Michigan.
I mean, but if you lose and you become the apprentice to John Malin, aren't you still a winner in the end?
True.
Because John Malin took a serious investment into JMS. He sees him as a wrestler. He sees him as an artist and says, this man needs to be Michigan strong.
What it sounds like to me is John Malin wants to come to the primetime CGWE and be part of the primetime 6. He just replaced Joe Sonntag. You're in, John. You don't have to keep begging. You don't have to keep working angles.
It is an honor to be part of the primetime 6.
Oh, man. Michigan is deader than proof. What a night. People are going to be talking about this forever, Phil. Phil, where can people find you at?
You can find me you find all my art and stuff on Twitter and Instagram at AnimatedPhil. And if you want to do so and help the Cowboy get a new computer, go ahead. Click on that Etsy link below. Go buy yourself some prints. I will send you some cool stuff.
I love seeing the sales total keep getting bigger and bigger every time I add that link to the description. Guys, you can find the Moral Compass on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. Also, make sure, if you haven't yet, subscribe to Primetime Poulton. The pod gods are every Sunday and Wednesday. Hit the notifications so you know when we go live. We'll be back Sunday. And Graveyard Shift 4. We're in, day 3 now, over 81,000. Thank you for the support. We do not go in demand, so make sure you get your copy while the campaign is live. And everyone in the chat, thank you for making this so fun. 6 a.m. Comics, even though you're the evil wrestling owner, thank you for letting us be a part of this. This is a blast.
Yeah, we love it. Thank you so much. This is great stuff.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.